But I'll have to have a look on his. Have a look on his post about it on his channel. One, two. Can you hear me, Slim? Can you hear me? First in, first comment. Bosh. Bish bash bosh. Ooh, look at bags. Got bags on the eyes, me, you know. Seen them? Yeah. Right down, I need a facelift on. Mick Johnson making the tea there. Beans on toast there for me. Hop back in a bit. Make sure you do, mate. Make sure you do. I won't be on my own. There's Clint there. Big up with Clint. Glad to help you the other day on popped in, I think it was Flavors' chat. And Flavors, you know, he's like in a minute. He's like wary of everyone and he never heard of you. He said, who's Clint Brook? Never heard of Clint Brook. Luckily I was there, like I was in the chat, so I said, oh, he's a twat, that Clint Brook for Flavors. Nah, I didn't read that. Sorted out. Glad to help there, mate. Have you seen the setup as well? Look at that. Looks like with the dark background and that, and messages. I don't know if that's new, that message thing, the way the box is. Yes, Big G. Hey up. That's the one, mate. That's the one. Frenchman like that, but Irishman like that, or I don't know, it totally changes it that lifetime. Especially with them lights flashing off the telly as well. Oh, check that out. Oh my god. Have you seen that? That looks weird, that, doesn't it? That would look like a Frenchman. I don't even know, right? Because I've never ever had a tack in my life. It's not the Royal Air Force, it's looks like I'm in the French Foreign Legion, like looks like I'm working undercover. Oh, I need some garlic around me neck. You know, one of them garlic things. I'll do this now, yeah, and then because I always forget, and then you can copy it whenever you want. Because you know there's been a few times on Flavors where he just forgets to put the link out. I don't know whether he just wants to talk on his own. But there's been twice this week where I've sat in his chat. Once I asked for the link and he just ignored us, and then the second time he didn't see it as well. So I always forget to do it, but Slim usually waits till somebody he knows we don't like comes in, and then he'll put the link out right behind him. It's one of his little tricks, you know. If anyone's not subbed to Slim as well, give him a sub because he started posting. He's going on an absolute, like, he's gone crazy. He started posting. I think he's done about 3 or 4 posts in the last, like, few days. There's Nutter there, the roving Nutter there. Loves his pigeons. This cap is in homage to Nutter, like, has to be said. What was I saying there? Oh yeah, about Slim. Yeah, Slim's another one though, you know what I mean? Then so it's just more competition, isn't it? Yeah, tell you what I was a bit shocked at because I got 1 million views, right? 1 million views, and you didn't even get like an email off YouTube or anything, or like anything, to say 1 million views. Like, yeah, just I wanted a plaque or something like that. They still do. YouTube do give plaques out. What is it? What you get a plaque for? Is it? I think it might be 10,000 subscribers. Not brushing your teeth. That's what you get a plaque for. Yeah, man. Stick Slim's link up. We'll do with Daryl Adams. Come on, everyone, stop what you're doing. Go to Slim's channel now. Click on the sub, and I'm going to check up now. I'm going to check up while we're on. Yeah, but Nutter's been quite. I'm not sure what you've been doing, Nutter. Is it something to do with pigeons? Seen you this because you're on too early for me. Like farm off. I'm not getting up that time. You know what I mean? So the only time I see Nutter on the morning is when I'm on earlies. So that'll be like next week. Um, Clint Brooks says, "How do? How do?" We're just chilling, watching the chase. Remind me on in a minute about the film Dumb Money because I've just watched it or got the end to watch if anyone else has seen that. Dumb Money. You've been feeding your dad's pigeons, so is that where you've been going every morning? That where you've been going every morning and like going live and that? Because you've been with Mrs. Nutter as well, I think. I'm sure we heard Mrs. Nutter in the background. Like, I don't know what flavour that one is, right? But it's proper nice. It's one of the best flavours I've had. But the thing is, on the packets, the only one I could read was green apple. So obviously it tasted like green apple, but there's this one. It's like what did you say it was? Bubble gum. It's like tastes like bubble gum. Green and candy. That's it, like candy. It's got like a candy twist to it. There's the monk. I must say lately, I'm not even going to lie, but wherever tablets Monk is on, I want some of them because he's been like positive for the last, I don't know how long. And he's been spreading the love all over. Seen popping up everywhere. Some funny comments, even by my standards. Yes, the Gadgies are in now, aren't they? There's Quaver Raver. Wash. Kubeski. That's it. See, he's noticed as well. Talking of legends, if you don't like Pablo, right? If you don't like fighting trolls, turn your sound down now. But we'll always be a fan of Pablo, right? This channel, yeah. We do rip him. We all know what he's like, but he's sort of creeping back. He's put a few videos out. Anyone who hasn't seen them, they're on his Fighting Trolls channel. He's just put them out. I'm sure the last one he was having a dig at Venice, which is a bit weird. Like, go and have a look at the community post. He's having a little dig at Venice, and I left a comment just asking him if he was back, in England, and believe it or not, he actually replied. Like, I'm not going to say where he is, but because he might be watching, he might want to come on. I said to him, "Jump on, man." Said jump on, you know what I mean? Could do with the help, like. How long do you think, right? Here's a question, or anyone in the chat. If Pablo was to jump in now, yeah, and he jumps on the panel, how long would it take before it went like, before everyone knew about it? Or would no one be asked? Oh, don't like the sound of them ones. Like that sound like a fast car. Them sound like an Italian car. I like the ones that end in. Can't even remember what they're called now. What they're called? What I've got?
Tablets. I thought you were about cards.
No, because Monk's on these tablets called Lamborghini or something. Lambrini. Ooh, Monk's coming in with a 45-minute shout there. Slim's coming in there with a 2 minute. Hey, Vince up 15 seconds. Why? Come on, Monk, don't have to be nice, mate, here. Oh, Clint, you know Clint, do you, fact? Yeah, man, Clint's been about for quite a while. Like, I don't see him in that many other chats, to be honest. Definitely doesn't frequent the panels, like, but anyway, getting back to fighting trolls. So he is in this country, and for whatever reason, like, and I'd love to ask him, you know what I mean? Could just jump on for 5 minutes and have a bit of banter about what he's doing and that, you know. But for whatever reason, he started watching YouTube again, or because if he's been watching it, he's going to have commented, isn't he? So I'm feeling he's just sort of that he's probably a bit bored, to be honest. Probably bored, and he knows that this side of YouTube's having a bit of a slump, you know. That's all right, man. Yeah, anyone who Quaver, don't worry about it because this only goes downhill from here. We've only like been on like 10 minutes. And, yeah, man. But we had Masters on here the other day, didn't Masters? No, Masters was on Flavors the other day, and we had a proper good laugh. And then this mad bloke come on. Yes, Stevie. We got the Stevie. I don't know if anyone else seen it because it got deleted. But whoever was there, man, it was mad. Like there was three of us on, and then this Flavors was asking if anyone knew. Like it was called Kelvin, I think it was called Kelvin. So Flavors, being Flavors, just like let him on, but he had a Welsh flag. He had a Welsh flag, right? But he was talking Scottish at first, and Flavors was like, he was on his guard, you know what I mean? But anyway, this Kelvin, he's talking away, and like, we thought, we've been on for a couple of minutes, we thought, he's all right. But I was still thinking, why? I said to him, why have you got a Welsh flag? And you're Irish? And Masters, who didn't even know him, like, was saying to him, yeah, I've got his back, I'll vouch for him. And anyway, this Quinn Bar, anyone know Quinn Bar? I haven't seen them. I don't think I think I've seen them before, but they were in Flavour's chat. You know, when you know people who go on panels, people who don't. Quimbar, I've never seen on a panel, so Flavours brings him onto the panel. But he just doesn't say anything. He's just like waiting his turn type of thing in the chat. And then after a couple of minutes, this Welsh bloke underneath, this Kelvin geezer, still talking away there. And then I said to Quimbar, what's happening, Quimbar? And only then did he say, get him off, who's next to you? He said, he's a troll, or just at that, he changed his avatar to like porno. And it was so weird, man. That was it, yeah. Because my head had gone. Because then Quaver jumped on and just lost the plot of Flavours. Where's my spanner? Come here, Steve. Where's my spanner? I don't care. Yeah, Quavers was, she'd been to a rave, and whose birthday is it, Stevie Boys? Yeah, boy. Is it? Because someone else had said it was happy birthday, Stevie Boy. Happy birthday, mate. Someone had said, someone keeps saying it's Sparky's birthday, but it's like he said on the, I can't remember who was live, it was on this afternoon, but he said it isn't my birthday, man. It was his grandson's birthday or something. But Menshaw used to do that, didn't he? Menshaw used to say it was his birthday, like he said it was his birthday every day for about a week. People were still saying happy birthday, you know. Yeah, so this Kelvin bloke, so obviously what was different there was somebody who wanted a palm bomb. They were either really crap palm bombers because they were on the panel for ages talking away, so they weren't bothered about giving the voice away. And it was a real voice. That wasn't like an AI voice, because he was responding to the chat and everything. And yeah, and even when they knew that we got into them, it still took them ages, and all they did was change their avatar, you know. You know, if you're gonna do a bomb bomb. In fact, remember that video that come out? I know Menshaw hasn't been about for time, so I'd be very surprised if he's watching this, but can anyone remember there was a video put out, a boxing match, an amateur boxing match, and it pointed out who Menshaw was. Full on name and everything. And he was actually boxing, because he is, I don't know, I mean, what vision have you got of Menshaw if you had to draw a picture of him, you know? I'm thinking like Bob Ross Pearl. Yeah, Monk, I was looking at the analytics, right? I swear down, I was looking at the analytics of people who watch, like, what it can't mean the lives though. Can't mean that the lives will probably be in it, but it's everything that I'm putting out, all my daft shorts and whatever. I don't do many videos, so basically it's my shorts that is there, or my lives. But funnily enough, 10% are over 65. And I'm thinking I only know a few people over 65 in here. You know what I mean? One of them's Jim, who will be watching now. I've got a little roasted off Jim. I don't know if everyone in here is sub to him, but yeah, I don't know if if we're all sub to Jim, because you know what he's like. He's yes, boss dog. Pick up the boss dog. Oh, very, very good. Very, very nice. Boss dog. Got a bit of the boss dog look there. I've know what you think, boss dog. If I had an earring there. If I had an earring. Looks like you have got an earring. Look like Brian Harvey's granddad. Oh, I didn't say that, but it was another one of them. Well, just briefly, it was another one of them where that a very well known like character, or a lot of people would say troll, but I didn't mind Menshaw, but he was well known on YouTube. And when that video come out of him with his name and everything, there was so it didn't like. Why did it not blow up? Like it never. It's like it's like somebody got told off for doing it, you know, and then or was frowned upon, you know what I mean? Which, well, it is frowned upon. It's doxing, but that that video must have been available on YouTube at some point, you know. So is that right? Is that wrong? You know, Menjo, does he gets away with a lot like does he? Say batty boy, and a batty boy. Yeah, he's a batty boy. Yeah. What's happening, Dave? Now, me and Dave have got this understanding, yeah, that we're like, you know, when you ring him up and he doesn't answer, he says, "Oh, I was having a shit," or he's been drinking vodka and shit like that. So I'll give him a few weeks, like, you know, cooling off, like man to man. But that's nearly up that, so he's going to have to give us a bit more than yeah. I'm good. I'm saying doesn't have to be on YouTube, like, but you know, it's full of gadgets in here, like. Dangerous. Bless up Dave's dad. Sure she'll be alright so bad. What else have I been watching there? Tell you what I wanted to talk about was did anyone see that Vanished last night? You know, I think it's on Channel 5. It's live. It's got that bloke who does the BBC footy. Um, somebody Chapman, I think it's called Mark Chapman or whatever. And it's about live cases of people who were missing, and they've got like a really live studio, you know, a bit like Crime Watch, and they're telling you different stories, and some of them on there, some of them you think yourself, how like one of them's a 15-year-old lad who just went to school and never come back, you know what I mean? But why I mention it is that there's a lad. How old is he, Lo? Oh, he's 22. Wow. Didn't know he was that old. Like, but he's 22 and he's been missing for like 3 weeks where we live, and they've done everything can. I mean, at the minute, it's a missing person. You know what I mean? Like, even a 22-year-old if a family reports them missing after a day, yeah, the police they have to take it seriously, but it'll be low down on the pecking order. But jump ahead to 3 weeks, and the family is saying the same thing, or well, from what I can gather, just about everything's been done to find it, and they still haven't found the body. Boss Dog, what do you reckon he is, Boss Dog? Have you been watching his? Have you been seeing his posts? It's weird, because I'm not honestly. About 2 weeks ago, I said, Louise, I'm gonna do like a fighting trolls. I'm gonna cloud chase for once, because I never ever cloud chase me. But I was gonna put fighting trolls special and just get people on who used to go on fighting trolls and that, and just talk about like what you liked about it, why people hate it. Could have dragged that out for a few hours, but yeah, it's one of them topics, and that was 2 weeks ago before he did any post and then I think it was yes, Torbinator. Well, Torbs, what's happening, brother? I'll just finish this little bit off because I always forget my stuff. Yeah, so that was 2 weeks ago, and then all of a sudden Saturday night come Danny Christie fight, and Pablo pops up on YouTube. Good luck with Danny Christie, and I thought it's a bit weird, but the day before, or might have been a couple of days before that as well, even Slow Joe's jumping on, where's Fighting Trolls on his headline. Obviously, the telepathically like pinching my ideas. There's Cindy. Cindy's got some mad stuff. The last thing I seen, right, on there must have been a video she put up with the $6 million man. Are they all yours? Was it $6 million man? All in packets and all that. Like, you must have bought them, truly. Sorry if I'm missing some comments. In fact, what were you like in Pablo's chat? Did you used to get blocked, or because I was a mod for a bit when he was buzzing, like when he was getting like 1,000 in. But were you that same account when you were in there, and did you used to get blocked, or did they used to? Because a lot of them don't get they don't. Not so much yours. Your humor is like you can get your humor's pretty just sharp. That some of them were a bit cryptical. But Boss Dog was a total troll in fighting trolls. Like trolled the life out of me. This fella. Honestly, he said to me one day, like we had quite a little chatting, like 4 a.m. in the morning, and Boss Dog had opened up to us one on one, while he was like rolling the joint, doing his morning exercise. And he said, "Look, man, we're not gonna lie. I used to troll you in fighting trolls." And I was like, "No way, you can't be serious." And he said, "No, I'm going to be honest with you because there's a lot of respect there, He said, "I used to troll you." But he won't tell me what the name was of the account. Bastard. Because Boss Dog has had a few different accounts. He's been Boss Dog for a while now, like, hasn't he? like say, Andy. Look, this is used to think I was a copper. Come on. Come on. That's not the first time I've had that. I used to get that quite a bit, especially like when we used to go out when we were about 30-year-old or 25. Used to go to Middlesbrough and it'd be absolutely bouncing. And you know, you'd go back to a party, and everyone used to think I was like a copper. No idea why, like, and you know, you know, the yes, Miss Bam Bam's in the house there. Big up the Miss Bam Bam. I've got to say, I love her. If it was Bam Bam and Benny, it's Bam Bam all day, because Benny, I'm sorry, Benny, but there's a couple of other people who were in that bracket. There's Benny, there's Dan Riley, and there isn't many others who are just cringe at on here. I mean,
My Snapchat photo turned me down Riley.
yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna have to say, but you know, the Snapchat filters, me and Louise do them, and this is no lie, right? We sat there the other night. She did mine right, and it was David Beckham, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was David Beckham, right? I was David Beckham with the Snapchat filter. We done Louisa's. She was Dan Riley. Dan Riley.
I might put it on my community page anyway.
No, you can't. She's on about putting it on a community page, like totally disown her. Oh, Quaver, thanks for reminding me of that one night. So I don't know how many people. It was Jim Smith's live from about 2 nights ago, I think. I was hoping Jim Smith had come in here, you know. Someone give him a shout. Because of what I like Jim. He's probably my favourite YouTuber at the minute. And Julie's, who I'm pretty sure they're partners, aren't they? Even though Jim talks like how you need subtitles, and Julie's is, don't know, I think that's a Yorkshire accent, isn't it? Yeah, he is definitely, and I will be bigging Jim up if you can tell Julie's. I mean, me and Jim, we don't see that much of each other, but I did get in the chat for a little bit the other night. Said that I always watching that, and I think got it. But that was brilliant, man. The other night with Astrid, oh man, it's funny. The chat was funny as well. So Ash's got a lot on his plate at the minute. It's if you believe Ash, you know, because I'm not going to lie. The Ash that I know, and a lot of people that he know, only comes on YouTube when he's either bladdered or sniffed up, or even or sober. When he's been sober for quite a while, he comes on. But anyway, he hadn't been on for a while, and I think that was another one where I'd noticed. I thought I haven't seen that string, and then he popped up like Howlerhead. I haven't been thinking about him, and he pops up. But yeah, Jim and Jalise were like a double act, like you know, they were hosting, and our stream was on. He'd already come on, so I don't know how long he'd been on, but I would listen to it in the car all the way home. And to cut a long story short, Ash was wanting to open up, you know, about what's going on at the minute. He's got this court case to do with the CSA, but you know, let's say everything he was saying was true, and I don't think he was drunk. He never had his camera on. I don't think he was drunk. So he'd either had some sniff or he was just sober. But it was a weird, different, like a different Ash. I couldn't work it out. But anyway, he decided that he would just open up to Jim and Jalise about this carry on he's having with his ex, of the mother of his two kids, I think the 6 and 4, and he's refusing to pay maintenance to them, and it's got to the point now where I know it's a long road from your ex, the mother of your kids, making a complaint to CSA. It's a long road to being in front of a judge who could put you in prison. Let me tell you, it's a long way between there. This is what made it a bit where I wasn't sure whether I believed him or not. But he's saying that this week he's got this court case where there's a possibility if he refuses or the judge, he pisses the judge off enough that he could go to prison for 6 weeks, he reckons. 6 weeks. So, and he was saying, yeah, I'm gonna go. He was adamant, yes, Teesside 420. Still laughing at Teesside 420, what he does on a Saturday. Yeah. So how many people do you know, football fans, who turn all the social media off at 2:45, 2:50, maybe if he's feeling dangerous, 2:55. 2:55 is a bit crazy. He turns all his devices off and waits for match of the day on the night so he can watch match of the day without knowing any scores. Imagine that. Imagine that. You'd be like seeing how you'd be watching Saturday, building up with the kick-off. And 4:20, he just doesn't want to risk an early goal going in. So he turns it off like 5 minutes before. Or if he's watching a fire stick, he'll like make sure we make it like 10-3 or something, won't he? Yeah, mate, if these are fake, honestly, 20 if these are fake, right, I wouldn't like to see the real ones then. Well, what they'll do to me, these might be spice ones. Yes, boss dog, right there. I haven't been reading them comments, but yeah, you must be about ready to open, are you? So you're open, is like somebody sweeping hair off the floor and that, and could you hear the like snip of scissors? Like I bet, what do they wear? I bet Boss Dog's got one of them, like an old charge ants, like jacket, the buttons right up to the top, and like, but the dead straight hand with the big pockets. I bet Boss Dog's got one of them. And when the shop's busy, he just walks around with his hands behind his back, just walking past everyone, like just giving them a little nod and that. Ooh, Cali ones, mate. That'd be no good. Like, surprised they haven't been. I mean, when these are when they're full, like brand new, when you've just opened them, sometimes I can like cough, but it's not a horrible. I say it, Louise, like when I cough, she'll say, "So you need to pat them in because it sounds like proper, like a proper granddad smoker's cough. It sounds like that." But yeah, we'll have a look at that, mate. Yes, Jimbo. Jimbo's been putting a bit out there. Been putting a bit of content out there. Which another one of his today. You never know when they're from though, Jim, because say you I don't know if they were live. Oh, it's live. So oh yeah, you used to do the recordings, didn't you? And it used to take ages to upload. So Jim would do a video at 5:30 in the morning, but it wouldn't upload to YouTube till like 11, 12 o'clock. So you always got a bit confused. I think he's been doing them live, his live streams, which are just the like my reruns because you don't know whether he's reading. I think he has actually started reading the comments. He's got that bit now. But still, he's got the world's best phone holder because even he goes over speed bumps and that, and it still doesn't move. You would laugh if you see mine. Like, you'd laugh if you see mine. I even bought an £8 one from TK Maxx. Actually paid £8 for this little gadget thing that looked the business, and it's still in the footwell there because I can't get it. It's got like some sticky things on it, like a couple of foldy bits, but it's probably the size of that phone anyway. Howler, were you there? Were you in there, like Howler? Did you see it? Aye, Jim Smith. Aye, fucking hell. Fucking hellers. Aye, the fucking CSA. Fucking hell. Aye, fucking links out there, Jimmy. See you, Jimmy. Oh, we're going to try and break the record for the oldest combined age on YouTube again here. Aye. That's my fucking Jim Smith impression. Hey. Fucking hell. Louise will tell you that my impressions get better, like. Woohoo! 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 That was Howler, that. Howlerhead's I don't know what part of Cindy, what fucking part of Scotland is he from? Fucking hell. See you, Jimmy. He's from the bit where they're just proper chesty talks. You know what I mean? How's it going, Jimbo?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, mate. Can hear you at the minute.
Is it echoing? Is it echoing? I only said that once, by the way.
Yeah. Yo, you're not echoing, mate. No, you're all right.
Oh. Let me put my thing on.
Oh, what have you changed your avatar to? Is it the piss?
I haven't got a clue. I just choose it. I just chose it off me my selection of pictures I've got. I think it's an egg.
I'm going to have to put my gigs on to see what that is like. But look, it's probably derogatory, like.
No, I think it was a homage to Garth.
Oh,
is it an egg?
Yeah, post no bills. It is an egg, yeah. It's is it a Fabergé?
Got a clue. I'm going to sell it to well, I'm not going to sell it to. I'm going to send it to Joe Kidd, and he's going to give me 15% off, and he's going to sell it for the best price he can get. I'm sure he'll give me a good deal.
He'll probably try and sell. Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean. Yeah, he's the man to see, isn't he? For like.
Well, yeah, you've got to take all the hassle out of selling gold. He'll do it for you for a commission, because it is hassle selling all that fucking gold, isn't it?
Oh, isn't it?
Jesus Christ!
I mean, it's like them shows on telly to make me laugh. You know, the ones on the afternoon where they're like the woman has all the money tucked in and bra and that.
I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. I don't watch afternoon television.
David Dickinson's Real Deal. You can't say you haven't heard of that. I don't believe you.
That's like Joe Kidd, is it, with the money down his bra?
Mm.
But if you mention Exposure TV, anything, you get 15% off.
People who work off percentages, right? Never trust them. Like, because my mate was a hairdresser, right? But he had his hands in everything, right? Yeah. He would skin a fart, mate. Even me who knew him for years, he'd skin you for 50 pence. but that's the way he was, and that's what Joe Kidd's like. But he's a beg as well, isn't he?
Are you sure you want to call him a beg? He doesn't beg, does he?
I basically called him out on a few. Like, I called him out yesterday, just about on flavours.
Shameful, shameful.
Oh, you were in the other night, weren't you, Jimmy? I was surprised to see you in flavours.
Yeah, I was giving him support because he lost his channel, didn't he? And I've seen
It was a good live, that though, wasn't it?
it was very good. It was an excellent laugh. Yeah, it was. I was surprised. You know, it's hard work building a channel up, isn't it? And
Yeah.
and the guy's harmless as far as I'm concerned. He just puts out content. I mean, what does he do? He just has a chat. He gives a bit of entertainment to a couple of hundred people, and twats take his channel off him. It's wrong. It's fucking. You know what I mean?
It's just more annoying than anything for flavours, you know. He was just. I mean, did you hear about Expo slagging him off, and that got back to him? That threw him a bit, you know.
It's always going to happen, and you just can't. He's not stupid for laughs. He says it as it is. No, if you were to listen to everyone who slags you off, I mean, I've only been on with you 3 minutes, and you've slagged Joe Kidd off about 50 times. No, if you listen to it and take it personal, you're going to fucking end up killing yourself. Just forget about it. It's only YouTube.
Yeah, it is, but that message is not getting through, is it? Like, I've lost. I can't even tunes, like, for what it is, like tunes, it'll never change. It'll always be like that, and I've got fed up with that now, to be honest.
He's got a fucking growing channel, over 1,000 subs in no time. But he just gets too involved, doesn't he, in his chat? He could, I suppose he could do a film boy and just sit back and let the panel just fucking argue. No, let it play out the way it is. But he gets really, he takes everything personal. I suppose that's his mental health. He's not afraid to tell everyone he's got mental health issues. And no, that's what comes out, isn't it? But the problem is that'll end up losing him, whatever he's got, because he's too erratic, mate. You don't know whether you're for him or against him, and then you end up hating him and then fucking liking him. And,
but he's not. Is he on tablets for it though? Like, I can't even remember if he's medicated for it. But
he's on Tenant tablets. They're good, aren't they? They
Yeah.
come in packs of 8.
Yeah. Because even somebody who likes a drink, 4 cans isn't going to make no one drunk, is it?
So no, mate,
someone who drinks regularly, 4 cans is like, it's not massive, is it?
Not for someone who drinks every single day of the week like he does. I mean, he should be handling that like fucking water.
He must have a low tolerance to it, you know what I mean? Like,
well, remember Andrew J?
Yeah.
Now he could do 24 in a day, couldn't he? And you'd still be. Guy's got a memory like a fucking elephant. Could remember 2 years ago.
It was uncanny, that, like, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How we used to even see the screen, Andrew. Like, he's like, this thing, oh, what the hell is he? Because I need glasses now to see this without a drink or anything.
But he could remember people who was on his panel and fucking what they wear, what they wore, and you just think, fuck me, man. It's like a Rain Man, isn't it? Remember that movie Rain Man?
Yeah,
the guy with. He had mental health issues, didn't he? I hope he did, because if he didn't, he was a fucking strange character. But anyway,
Jim, I've just watched a film there, right? Do you watch any films at all? Do you have time to like sit and watch a film?
No, last film I watched was Jesus. Let me tell you what it was. We got thrown out of the cinema as well for throwing popcorn in the. Anyway, cinema. The last film I watched was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It was 1980 or something like that. 1970 something. 72.
Seriously, like even at home, you haven't like put stuck a movie up.
I watched what was the last film I watched? I watched Christmas special. So I always like watching the Christmas. So I watched E.T. and what was that fucking movie called? Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
You're not going to have seen this film, then, that I'm going to say, are you really? You're not going to have seen it.
Has it been on Netflix?
Might have been advertised, because I've seen it advertised somewhere, and I had a spare few hours this afternoon. Dumb Money, D-U-M-B, Money.
No, not watched it.
And
Never heard of it.
I think it's a true story. Can anyone else tell us if it's a true story? Dumb Money. It's about the hedge funds in America, and this apparently it was set a year before COVID, and there was this site called GameStop where they downloaded games for your computers and that. It had been trading for years and never made any money. So this hedge fund put a load of money up against it, and it got leaked. So they turned it round, and all the whole country from this fella on YouTube set it away, and he got the whole country behind him, and they brought these hedge funds down by all buying these shares in this GameStop. But I haven't seen the end of it yet. I've got about 20 minutes left.
Okay, when you see the end of it, will you tell us what happens so I don't have to watch it?
You know what?
Can you do a review on it?
Yeah, I could do, yeah. But before I forget this one as well, what about, remember that film with Bruce Willis in, and the little kid who was a ghost? I see ghosts and all that. What was that? You know what I mean?
I know the one you mean. Is that where the writing was on, where could he see the future or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was a well-known film. Everyone went to see it, right? Apart from me, like the whole country. So like about a year later, someone mentioned it at work, and I said, "Oh no, I haven't seen it." And someone went, "Oh, I can't believe he's a ghost at the end." Well, that's the whole film, is about that this thing was a ghost all the way through.
I haven't seen that one.
Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense.
The Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis.
Is that the one where the writing was on the door? Oh no, that was a science fiction film, wasn't it? Was Bruce Willis in one where
you were on about haunting when things jump through the window and goes, "Here's Johnny." Liam.
The thing was a good pitch, wasn't it? That what was it called with Jack Nicklaus, where he lived in the hotel on the mountain?
Yeah, that was it, man. What's
it called?
That's the one I was just on about there. I can't remember what it's called now. It's one word or something in it.
Yeah, it's one word. It was a brilliant picture. Where he managed the hotel, and I think his wife and kid were there, and he killed them, or he was trying to kill them. What was that called? Oh, I know what it was called. It was called Steve Fadden and Two Dogs.
Fucking knew it.
But do you think they based that picture, but instead of putting two dogs in, they put a wife and a kid, and they based it on that mountain? Do you reckon that's playing out?
The Shining we're looking for.
Yeah, I was listening to some of his lives, mate. No, but he's still got up, and fucking hell, he hates you.
And he must have been bored with you, Jim.
Oh, I was really bored. I put it on. I was working with a couple of engineers, and they were listening. I said, "Have a listen to this," while they were fucking in stitches. He was doing his raves, fucking. No, where he goes insane,
mate.
And then he starts speaking as if he swallowed a dictionary or what do they call it, thesaurus or something. He starts, "Oh yes, when I was at university."
He does what he wants, doesn't he? He's like, you know what? He's making a video diary, right? For like, he must be wanting to write a book in the future, you know, or to be the first man to live on a mountain. Video diary, you know.
Well, he was invited onto YouTube.
How many devices must he have?
No, he was actually
thousands of hours of lives, and you couldn't even work your way through it.
If you watch him and you don't know him, you just piss yourself laughing. The two guys I was with were just in fucking stitches, mate.
He's still making himself relevant. Now he's still trying to pop up on. I don't know. He must have a plan for the next 6 months or something. I don't know what. It's winter over there, isn't it? But it's still not winter, is it? You know?
Well, the one I watched today, he was talking about. He'd gone back to, you know, what his plan for the next year is about building this garden and fucking just. I love the way he goes on about if there's a nuclear war, like he's ready and prepped because he's the only person in the world living off the land. He doesn't live off the land. I eat more stuff off the land. No, you've seen it round where we live. There's shitloads of farms in there. And when we take the dogs for a walk, I bring more fruit back and vegetables in one fucking go than he brings back in a year.
Honestly, the thing
And he
is,
goes
right?
on about collecting this water. Look, let's get it right. He's got a hole in the ground that when it rains fills up. He doesn't collect it from fucking nowhere. A bit of guttering off his roof.
Do you know what he should do, right? This is my advice to him, right? So he does spend a lot of time on YouTube, right? But let's say, right, he's got cameras following him for 24 hours a day, right? You can follow Steve Barthing for 24 hours a day for £5 a day. Would you ever go that to watch him for 24 hours?
Nah, he doesn't put out enough content, mate. He talks
I mean,
quite a
you're
lot.
following his life round, though. Wouldn't you be interested to see what he actually does
But you
from
know
day
what
to
he
day?
does?
Because
He gets up in the morning, he walks to this place, he puts the sun coming up, slags Nutter off to fuck, calls Ministry of Madness a fucking pedo and a fucking whatever,
doing that.
calls you, what's he called you the other day? He went to call me something but couldn't remember my second name. He said Zeus, what's his name? I then forgot about me completely. And then went back on to slagging Nutter off. And I just thought, wow,
He's a
that's his
beaut when he
content.
goes on his rants. Whenever he goes on his rants, I know it's coming, right? It's usually straight after you. You know, we're a little bit down in the pecking order at the minute, like, but we always get a mention. It's always
Well,
like,
we're off the list completely. I was getting quite fucking concerned that on his last one, I didn't even get mentioned. You did. I think Lou did as well.
Steve, Father, and Liam. Here, Jim, Liam, yeah, he gets a lot of shit, right? I noticed the other day, right?
Yeah.
Liam Carty came in Flavors as chat, right? Now I wasn't in the chat, I was watching, but Liam Carty come in and started grassing on Expo. He was the one saying, Flavors, have you seen Expo? And I knew it wasn't Liam straight away, right? I thought,
Yeah.
Flavors will know that's not him, but what he was saying was true, though, so he was getting away with it.
Yeah,
and then after about 10 minutes, I was just about to type, that's not the real Liam, and the real Liam come in and went, away, man. I don't type like that. And it was a fake. Got to be careful.
That's the problem, isn't it, with what's happening now?
It only takes a fake account of somebody like who's well known or has said something that day to go in another channel and make one comment and it all just kick off.
Well, isn't that what's happening with Tunes' channel?
Oh God, this might not even be really. Is that you?
Have you got a spanner on Tunes' channel?
No, I haven't. No, Louise
Have
has.
you asked them for one?
No, no, I got Louise's back though. Like, he didn't really take it off. It was like, but he's had his channel took right now. Flavors, he lost his channel, didn't he, last week? Yeah. So I've been watching a lot of Flavors like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before work, and what it is I don't know. They've been sound. I've been on there for ages. I've been in the chat, and I don't normally do that. But I don't know. He's. I mean, even you enjoyed it on there, and I know you don't normally go in Flavors, do you?
No, and I don't usually go in, but with him starting a new channel off, I thought, no, go in and say hello and give him a bit of support.
Well, what did you think it was good? What impression did you have of it before that, though? What did you think one of his lives were like?
I like Flavors. I just don't, there's only certain channels I watch. I like watching all the stupid people, really, like myself.
Yeah, like the thing about Flavors is, right, everyone knows him, like, from Fighting Trolls and all that. And, like, he tended to be, like, either pissed or really stoned, but he's not really like that now. He's like, he's got this vibe in there when he goes live. he's got a good 30 people who are going all the time, and they're all
He
good.
does get some really good panels, though. He gets some really good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
He's got rid of the Crinkles and that now. You know, they're gone. Crinkle and Zara B. Like he's well shot of them now. And but I think last week, I don't know what it was. Why they targeted him last week? It was weird because he hadn't done that. And
just to let you know, I'll probably lose signal. You know.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm on the opposite side of the mountain. When I get to the other side of the mountain, I get my signal back.
Good.
What was I going to say to you? Have you heard anything off Dave? I haven't seen Dave Smithers for ages.
He was in the chat early on there. Like, it has been minimal contact with Dave. Like, I've watched, I've seen him in a couple of chats, and it's been a quick hello and for whatever. Like I say, he's just having a bit of downtime, I think. But I'm due to have a good chat with him anyway. So, but I'm sure he's all right, man. We all have little quiet spells.
I didn't know you were live. I was live myself, and I had about 90 people on. But Slim come in and said, "Moon's live. Why don't you pop over?"
Oh, yeah.
So I just cut it off. The 90 people were really annoyed as well. Didn't even say ta-ra to them.
Well, did you get the likes?
That's the way it goes.
How many likes did you get? Because YouTube's glitching. It's glitching again, even today. It's still not right because I've seen a few posts of. I think Lammy was a bit worried. It said he only had 25 views on his live or something. And
who's that?
It's obviously a glitch. That's been right. I think they've got the sound sorted out now, but
I can't hear you.
The only person whose sound still fucked is Chris the Brick. It's absolutely fucked.
I seen this morning Fighting Trolls had put not a live, a post up.
Yeah, one sec, Jim, one sec.
I think he was calling out Paul Venice.
An hour and a half, I'll put it for
I've got that auto mic reduction on, and I shouldn't have put it on because it lowers my volume down, so I can't hear what anyone's saying on the panel. It's crazy behaviour, this shit.
What were you on about there? Yeah, Pablo, I left a message on his post, and he got back to us. He said he's in the country now. He's got a bird, but I'm not going to say any more than that. It's there anyway. It's on his. You can go and see it. It's on his post. Have a look at the comments. But did you see what he said to Venice, though? I was a bit shocked at that.
I was reading something about Paul Venice. I couldn't work it out, to be honest.
It's basically saying why isn't Venice responding to his Instagram messages, basically saying he's ignoring him. I think Pablo's in no position to have a go at people for that, you know what I mean? He was well known for not replying to people and that. But
why would you put that on YouTube, though, if someone doesn't want to speak to you? Why would you put it? It just seems, it's a bit needy, isn't it? It's a bit like...
Well, it's a bit clout chasing, but, I mean, you come back on Saturday with...
you like me putting a post up saying, "Oh, Moon hasn't spoke to me for weeks. Why are you ignoring me?"
Yeah.
It's a bit needy, and he needs to come up with better content than that, I think, doesn't he?
The thing was, though, Jim, can you remember, right, back in the day, right, talking to Pablo, when I tell you who spat the dummy out? What's his face from Carlisle? Shaw Gregg, he spat the dummy out with Pablo, didn't he?
Do you know, I'm not going to lie to you, right? I can hear you speaking. I can't hear a word you're properly saying.
Oh, is it
so
me?
I'm just going to guess the questions you were asking. So the answer to that one is, yeah, it was terrible. Disgusting. Fucking phone, I'm driving on it, and it's on auto mic or whatever it's fucking, so it lowers itself down. Yeah, just ignore me. I'm talking a lot of dribble here. You know what it's like.
Yeah, it's been all right though. The lives you've been doing on the morning, they're. It sounds like you're interacting a little bit more now. You know, you must
I
be.
done a full one last night when I was driving to Western Supermare.
Yeah, I was listening
Like,
like I was in the back.
I was slagging everyone off really bad. Honest
Yeah,
to God,
yeah, you were, yeah.
fuck me, man. There was no person on YouTube safe, but it got copyrighted because I
Never.
played one fucking song, and it got
Bad, isn't
the
it?
song got fucking ad. It got banned in the UK of all places.
Mate, I'm getting copyright, not strikes, but you know, claims, copyright claims
Yeah, I don't mind
daily
copyright
now.
claims. Yeah, I don't mind if they're Russia and
Daily.
Belarus and fucking Mexico. Who gives a fuck? But when
Yeah,
it's
I'm
the
getting them
UK, it's
off videos that like lives from last year, just coming through now, saying this live from last year.
yeah.
It's all bullshit in it, is it? I'm not even like my memberships and all that are on hold at the minute. I'm not like even monetized. I'm waiting for a PIN number, which should be here now. But it's the last thing. It's the last penny in the slot. You know what I mean? And then I'm all signed up with YouTube. You can't
How
mess
much
me
are your
about all the time.
memberships?
Yeah, they're just messing me about, mate, because I was waiting for a PIN number now to verify my bank details. And that's the last thing I need to do.
But how much
And
are you
I'm
going to
still
charge for members?
a couple of quid.
Fuck that. Okay, he's only 99p. Fuck that. I'll buy two of his instead. And still
I
save
know, but
2 pence.
Andrew Goins is $22.99. Have you seen that?
I don't mind
What do you think?
undergoings. You get a bit of class, don't you, though? Or you get fucking the Royal Ballet and decent content, no? Talking
So
about
you're a Terry Tattle fan then? Terry Tattle in it in here. Terry Tattle.
undergoing. Yeah, I think she does really good content.
Does she? What's that like? What does she do? Does she go out with that wicker chair or no?
She sits in a wicker chair, doesn't she? Talking about the Royal Ballet and Jim Smith.
I know, yeah. How the hell did Jim get into that? I want Jim to come in.
I know
My
Jim Smith
advice.
and her. It's like because Anne used to argue with it. Was it Humble? She used to argue with all the time. But now it's been replaced with
Yeah,
just Jim
well, she
Smith
doesn't.
Humble.
I know. See, she's like. That's what I'm thinking. There's a reason why she's moved into this area, this side of the community. She must see something, right? There's something in it for her. Because
And I'm
why
stuck
else?
to Anne, to be honest, but because I think she does put some really decent, not all of her content, but she does put some decent stuff up, mate.
I know, but she's not loved in the expo and all that community, is she? So there's a good like
Who is?
500 people who she's not going to win over.
How long do you reckon before the likes of Expo and Danny Styler and PP, do you reckon they, because obviously PP's been about, he's been with Fighting Trolls, then that broke up, and he jumped to the cesspit, and then that broke up, and he went to Expo. Do you reckon the Expo and PP will ever break up?
If you want my opinion on that one, I think it's getting harder for PP. He'll probably deny it, but he must have been in a few awkward situations, like on that panel. That's all I'm going to say. He can't
Well,
deny
PP does
that.
a lot of the political stuff, doesn't he? He likes his, keeping the country informed on, Palestine and Israel and the economy and things like that. No.
Is it a London thing, the way that like PP knows a bit about everything, or is it because he's been in the slammer? Do you learn a lot in there about like shit like that? Because he seems to know a lot in depth,
just,
you know.
I think it's just gossip, isn't it? It's just staying on social media. You come up with everything, don't you? No, 1 minute you believe in aliens, the next minute you don't.
Because if he ever does come on, right, I've got a good subject for him. I want to hear what he's got to say about it. Because I watched the show
But I'm
last
even
week.
shocked with it with Expo lately that he's done here. You seem to get one video a day about Jesus, don't you? You know,
But,
just
yeah, I see the headline.
the
But I
thoughts
didn't
of
listen to it.
today. I mean, don't get me wrong, I find them very entertaining now.
Oh, sorry, mate.
But no,
Yeah.
you just don't see that type of content getting the views that he thinks it could get. No, he's used to getting 2,000 or 3,000 views on it, even a short, isn't he? But they're like getting 100 views. Be
Yeah,
interesting to see what the watch time is on them, to see actually whether the people who support him actually put the effort in to watch the whole of the show. Because you know where it shows the watch time,
yeah.
and it says like this video was watched for 15 seconds out of a minute. Well, that's not really good, is it? If you can't hold the audience for a full minute.
Yeah, it's bad. Like that.
It's like
you
my
can't get
shorts.
round them.
My shorts all play for. I'm currently running at 225%, which is good. It means people watch them more than once. They're the same person, but they have to understand them because they make no fucking sense.
So that means that like a 2-second one of yours is getting watched 2.5 times.
Yeah,
Good,
brilliant,
that, like,
isn't it?
So you've kept them interested for 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, but it's only had one view.
Son.
No, but it's only had one view, and that's not. If I can keep someone's attention for 2.5 seconds, I'm doing well. I'm lucky if I keep my own attention for 2.5 seconds.
In this community, that's good going, mate.
I think in this community, it's top notch.
The sort of figures that should
let's be honest, everyone's got the attention span of a fucking goldfish. What was you saying?
Yeah, I was getting a bit worried about Boss Dog. I hadn't seen him for ages. I mean, I know he's got a lot on his plate, but usually, I don't know if his notifications are working, but he's got a few go-to channels, and what's that one in Wales that I think Boss Dog's his mate? Good channel, like.
What do you make of John Smith? He's insane, isn't he insane?
Yeah.
Did you see last week where he was fucking swinging on the bar?
He's gone to another level, hasn't he, John?
Do you know what, Moon? I was lying in bed and I had my headphones in, my little earbuds.
Yeah.
My missus, she was just going to sleep, and I flicked on, and John Smith was swinging, and I fucking burst out. I was fucking watching. But I had to get out of bed. I had to get out. I actually had a pain in my stomach, fucking watching him. I just thought, it's brilliant content.
Yeah,
putting a smile on your face. Just fucking thought brilliant.
It's because he's only got them down to the weekend now, hasn't he? So, but it must be hard for him because I know he must watch a bit through the week. But he is holding it down to like Friday and Saturday. You're expecting it now off John.
Don't get me wrong, he's mad as a bag of frogs, isn't he? But he's so fucking entertaining.
Well, if you want to believe it, right, we've all seen his face, right? If you believe some people, he's got a wooden leg, or he's only got one leg, and he's 4'2". You believe what you want, you know what I mean? You've never seen the whole of John Smith, you've only ever seen a little top bit of it. But he's got like one of them faces.
Do you remember when, who was it, Troll Watch, was it? Was it YouTube Idiot or Troll? No, it was YouTube Idiot, wasn't it? You remember when I first started doing lives and they come in and said something, and I was adamant I was going to fight out, and then it was I thought it was John Smith, and anyway it wasn't. But it was, I get on well with the two of them now.
Yeah.
But fucking hell, man. I mean, I had my spies out everywhere, didn't I? I was getting emails telling me who John Smith was, his address, his phone number, his fucking colour of his hair. And you think, wow, isn't YouTube fucking insane, man? It's mad.
You know what, though,
people,
you know what, though, you had a good break from it, mate, but you're not slowly creeping back, you know what I mean? Just slow down, because you get dragged into it too easy, man. I can tell.
Yeah, I do, but I don't give a shit, mate. It's fun. You can't take it too serious.
It's fun, yeah.
You just
But-
can't. Honestly, you just can't. As long as I don't threaten to kill anyone, I think you're okay. If you can keep away from killing people, you're not too bad. People can take a bit of stick. I can take stick, but if someone says they're going to kill me, fucking hell, you take that serious, don't you? So as long as I stop telling people I'm going to kill them, I'm not going to kill. Let's be honest, who the fuck am I going to kill? Go to work every day. I'm too busy to kill anybody.
You're a deadly assassin, man. You go abseiling and that.
Oh, that's what I got called on Steve's. That's what I was saying. What did he call me? A trafficker I am. I know. He's been told by his friends in London or somewhere that
man.
The reason I traffic people into the country. That's what I'm doing now. I'm dropping them off.
You run the South. You run the South. Everyone knows Jim. Yeah. You're well known down there, man. Well, especially with that boxing record that you've got as well, mate.
When I said I was going to kill everybody, I was a bit disappointed. I'm not going to say who it was, but obviously a lot of retaliation videos come out. And, I mean, for someone with like 18 subs, didn't give a shit. But listen, the fact of the matter was, I shouldn't have said what I said. I was going to kill him. I wasn't really. But somebody went on and says, and we'll be visiting in Sussex. I don't live in Sussex, you fucking dickhead. Look where I'm driving to, it's there. Wow, they haven't done the research very well. They were going to post it. I thought, don't turn up in Sussex, it'll look really stupid.
That's what I mean. He's got you mixed up one of the Essex boys or something. He had you down for the 5th Essex boy, didn't he?
Well, do you know this poster campaign for the Zakahegi?
Yeah.
I invented that, you know.
Did you?
Yeah, because I was on a live once and we were talking about bins. Do you know the way everyone's got bins outside? You can drive through cities and all you see are these green bins everywhere.
That, yeah.
And I turned around and said, "What?" I said, I'm going to put approach the council for putting advertisements on the bins. I said, you can put I said, imagine if you hated someone, you could go around all the bins and post them all, and the whole street would pick it up. And fucking lo and behold, someone went and stole my idea. They're making a fortune. I'm making nothing. They get paid for driving to Carlisle. I don't.
You've done that a few times, though, Jim. You've had a few ideas pinched in here, and I get that all the time. You know, loads of people pinching my ideas.
Yeah. But if anyone has got any posters for areas that they want putting up, if they can get in touch with me, I'll happily do them as I'm going round, but I won't pay them for it. Isn't it good the minimum wage went up yesterday?
Yeah, to me, that sounded like a decent budget, but I don't know much.
I haven't seen a budget. I just heard about that. I thought, yes, it's about time I got a pay rise. I'm made up.
Right, that's right, like, you know. Yeah,
I get £10.20 an hour as from next year, next April, or whenever it is. Can't wait.
I know, but your pension's gone up a bit, though, Jim. So you got that.
I'm going to do more hours just to get the extra £1, whatever it is.
Yeah, man. No, but it did sound like a decent, what was it? Everything's going up, really. It was a positive budget, you know, that's what I got from the news, anyway, for Tory.
Well, the bit I picked up on, which was good, was that businesses can now claim back for investments. So new plants, machinery and stuff like that, 100%. Which is really good because it means a lot of business will start growing again. Yeah, and obviously, if they're bringing new plant machinery in and all that, and it's tax-free and they can get full benefits out of it, it means they'll employ more people, which means more people in work, more people.
Yeah, Tim Smith says he hopes you're well, mate. Tim and
is that Tim Smith?
Yeah, man.
I haven't been on Tim's for years. No, it's not for years. It must be for a good year. No, this year.
Yeah, he still does. He doesn't do like 4 or 5 a day anymore. But he still does a little bit.
But he's still got no idea about YouTube, though, has he? I remember you were doing a replay back the other week, and he actually thought, "That's not me." I'm thinking, "You fucking idiot."
Yeah, yeah, we had that.
I didn't call him an idiot, by the way.
Him for a bit about that. Got ripped about that, like. But
yeah,
his name on YouTube was Tim Can You Hear Me Smith, wasn't it?
How many people say that though all the time? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Who was it who started doing countdown? Somebody started, I think it was Kearney. Did you ever see Kearney live?
Do you know I never seen Kearney live?
Mate. He used to do this countdown. He had a Scottish, he's from Ayrshire, right near Troon, where Master's from. And he used to do a countdown on his live though. He'd go 5, 4, 3 every time he brought someone on, man. Honestly. And still come on with the camera. Funny that, right? Where you off now, Jim? Have you got one more night now?
No, I'm going home. Finish, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't. What's your
Put some
plans?
hours in. Put some fucking hours in, no, mate.
Here, Jim. How is it? It's Black Friday tomorrow, right? How right? This world are we still getting away with called Black Friday?
There's a lot of bollocks in it.
So you can't
You can't call.
you can't say bye bye Black Sheep, but you can have an actual day dedicated called Black Friday.
Yeah.
But it is Black Friday tomorrow, apparently, isn't it? Like in the shops now.
It'd be more online, won't it?
Or is it online?
You can buy shit you don't want for a cheaper price than you would want to pay in the first place. I mean, can't argue with that, mate.
Well, it's obvious, right? Like, because Louise is a sucker for a bargain, right?
But they're not bargains because you wasn't going to buy it in the first place. So you would have saved the money that you fucking... And it's not... That's like my missus. It does me fucking head in.
Yeah. It's
nearly Christmas though, isn't it?
I think this next year and the next few years, a lot more people are going to look at Christmas differently, like thinking about all the rubbish that they're making. And, you know, for the first time ever, like you never used to think about shit like that, did you, on Christmas?
Change that, mate. The world's
all
changing,
the rubbish
mate.
you're creating, all the new jumpers you're buying when you've got old ones sat there doing out. But I think the tide's changing a bit. I think you've got to, you know.
Where did I go the other Sunday in the morning? I went to one of them, are they called German markets or Belgian markets or whatever they fucking are? They're setting up all over. But everything they were selling, I make these myself. And they were like things you can buy in a shop for £1. And they're like 60 quid. And you think, you actually sit and make them? Yeah, they look, it's shite. No, things like someone sat there with a piece of wood and whittled it into a little fucking owl. And you think, what are you going to do with it? Why are you buying? It's £8.99. It's a waste of fucking time.
Jim, right, I'm right in saying that you got a drawing off Ice Chain, didn't you? And you had it as your...
I was the very first person to get a drawing off Ice Chain.
Right, even better. Because I never got one. And then Ice Chain
fell out with me because of Steve Farden.
I never got one. Hey, Higman, here. See you, Jimmy.
But I'm going to sell it because it's one of one. So I'm going to get in touch with Joe Kidd if anyone wants to buy the Ice Chain Pure Water 1 of 1 picture. But you know what, Jim? Comments.
Jim, he went on from there, right? You might have already been selling them, but I'd never heard anyone say they were paying for one, right? But after that picture, it caught a bit of, you know, he started doing a lot more for people. He was knocking them out every day. But I'm sure he sold some. Sure, he's actually sold some. Do
you know who does absolutely fantastic pictures if you want to buy proper art? Pollyanna Arts.
Well, there's either her or there's Boss Dog's mum. Boss Dog's mum is a how good Boss Dog's mum? You've seen her drawings, haven't you?
Boss Dog does prints though, doesn't he?
Yeah, but I'm sure they do the
original.
I'm sure they do the she does the drawings though, the tiny very intricate ones of animals, you know, fish and stuff.
Oh yeah. That's good.
Can you remember when he showed us them all before?
I can't remember, miss.
In his gaff?
No. I remember him showing us something, but I wasn't really To be honest, I wasn't really paying attention. I said that. I'm like the people I was shouting at before with the 2.5 second fucking attention span.
Jim, I've been bigging you up for a few days now, mate. That live last night with String, I was I'm just talking to Jim. Sorry, Jim. This is where we get. There's too many Jims, right? There's Jim Smith.
How's that? Andrew Goins, Jim Smith. Is Jim in?
Yeah, he's in the chat. Jim, man, do you want to come up?
Can you find out why he's arguing with Andrew Goin? What it's over? Because I can't make fucking heads. Do they know each other personally?
Mate, I don't even know where it started, right? Because let's face it, like, she must have spies out. There must have been someone that kicked it off, right? But because I'm sure the night or when it was all kicking off, Jim's channel like had a shitload of traffic. Like numbers were crazy, you know what I mean? Yeah. And everyone put it down to like Andrew Goin and this beef he was having with her. But since then we all know it was glitching, but I think he still did get loads of subs from it. But
do you know I'm not sub to it. Are you sub to Jim Smith?
I'm on Jim's side. I'm on Jim and Julie's and Cindy's side. You know what I mean? I can't get.
What I'll have to do is how I got to resub to people was through your channel because I couldn't fucking find them. So I went on yours and you show all your subs. Know everyone you sub to in your profile page. So I said, "Oh,
is that how you had to do it?"
You are sub to some strange people, though.
I know it shouldn't do that, should it?
Yeah, you can see every single person. That's how I got all people back who was. I thought, I didn't know me who followed him.
Yeah, no, like, isn't that a bit dodgy though? That.
Not really, no. Shows people who you watch. So fucking what?
So when you sub to someone, have you got it on the setting where you can't tell who it is?
Yeah, I like to keep anonymous. It depends which accounts I go in on. I've got about 60 accounts, to be honest. I've had to write all the passwords down. On the vote the other night for the best mod on Tunes, I logged in here 63 times and voted for Sean.
Did you? Sean,
yeah,
oh yeah.
I just wanted to know him. Yeah, so...
He walked away with it, didn't he?
But I had to go onto Google and get my password reminders because I didn't realise I had so many accounts.
Jim's saying, right, Jim, right, is like a proper Scotty. He's the YouTuber and the hangman, yeah? So, and I know he's a bit of a penny pincher because I heard him on the other night, right? He spends £22 a month on StreamYard. He doesn't know the other trick, does he, that you told me? He doesn't know it, does he? Yeah,
if you cancel your subscription 2 days or a day before it's next due, they'll send you an email offering you you'll get a one-off email offering you for $9.99 and just press accept.
Right.
And that's it. You get a 12-month contract at $9.99 a month.
Because Tunes was spitting his dummy out and proper crying over it last week, saying, "Oh, I've only got 1 hour left on my StreamYard or something, and I'm not paying it. I'm not going to pay it." And he's even tried to do live on that freebie one, the one that's crap.
Restream.
Yeah, Restream, yeah. And he said, "Oh, it's crap."
It's not, it's because actually Restream. Restream's setups, I think it's better than StreamYard, just like people don't like using it.
I know, it's because of what they used to, isn't it? It's like StreamYard got in there first, didn't they?
Yeah.
And I think it's all right for the money anyway if you use it. It's good that you get,
it's well worth it.
You get 20 hours a week for a month for now.
Yeah. Well, you can save all your videos on there as well, can't you? Which is good.
Yeah. I was thinking, right, these people, say I lost this channel now, would I not be able to get any of them videos back?
Yeah.
Would I though, or do I have to download them like on your device or something? Or
they'll be saved on StreamYard if you've got the full StreamYard. So all your videos are on StreamYard anyway.
Oh, right. So that's how we do with YouTube then,
then No, and then you just download them onto your PC, and then you can upload them again onto YouTube.
Because I mean, I've never had to do it, but you've had to restart channels, haven't you? And you've started from scratch again.
Yeah.
I just couldn't be asked, mate. Me.
Do you know people can't look at this here? Look, people can't merge into one lane, can they? No, in sequence.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like
I've been watching a lot of Interceptors and some of the driving on there.
I see it all, mate. Driving, Jesus Christ.
You know,
That's it,
my
mate.
dad always used to say to me, he says, I say, I'm a good driver. He goes, you be the best driver in the world, but the worst driver in the world could hit you. And like, that's what a way to look at life, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's the uninsured drivers, isn't it? Because you know they're just going to hit you and then fucking run away.
Yeah,
And then you're going to go through all that insurance for some content, yeah.
it's like, I think you're lucky now, right? So if you haven't had any of your bank details or you haven't been scammed in any way, you're lucky, because if they want to get you, they'll get you, you know. It's just if your name comes up or they randomly, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
one way or another, we're all getting scammed, aren't we?
Yeah, if I
Phone
drop off,
calls.
I don't know whether I'll drop off. I haven't got a clue how much life I've got on this phone. I can't charge
That's
it
all
when it's
right,
on the
mate.
dashboard.
No worries, mate. If you
I
go,
could take
all right. That's sweet.
I could take it off the dashboard and charge it, but I can't be bothered.
Yeah, I won't be stopping for that one anyway, mate. So don't have to worry. You look like you're nearly there anyway.
I'm a what?
Do you need the sat nav like to get you this one, or do you have you been before?
No, I've learned where I live.
Oh, you going home, aren't you? Shit. Yeah, that's my memory, that, mate. Yeah, but Jim just Ashstring, I don't know if he knew I don't know if Jim even knew who Ashstring was, or how
I know
well
a
he.
string.
And I don't know if Jim did though. And
Why? What about him?
oh, he was on Jim Smith's Live the other night for about 3 hours. It's funny as.
Was he talking sense or talking like
Oh,
tunes?
mate, haven't you watched it, mate? It was hilarious. Like,
No,
I think
I
it's
said I'll
still
have
there.
to go over. I'll have to sub. I know. I knew Jim Smith
Well,
was doing lives because I've seen some snips, but I didn't. I've
I'm
never
surprised
joined.
it
I've
didn't get
never.
clipped. It should be clipped on YouTube. Simon should have had it
Yeah, he does get
at
clipped.
least.
That's how I know. Because what I said before. Because I've seen clips of him back and forwards with the Pendragon.
So Ash was like telling the story about his mate John, right? And everything was his mate John, and in the end you had to call him John. Like, so he had Jim, Julie's all calling him John or talking about John. It was actually Ash pretending like didn't want to incriminate himself, and he was telling him about this upcoming court case he's got, and now he's going to go to prison, and he's willing to go to prison. It was crazy. It was absolute nuts.
Who's going to prison? A string.
He reckons that this time next week he could be in prison if it goes bad for him in court. It's a long story, but he's, you know what he's like. I don't think he was drunk though. Don't think he
It
was
sounds
drunk.
like a long story.
So it makes it even more weird because the way.
I'll tell you who I watched the other night is have you ever heard of a guy called Nilo Mack?
Yeah, man. He's all right, and he's quite chilled, isn't he?
He's all right. Yeah, he was a good panel the first time I've ever come across him. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, he's. I think I'm sub to him, but he does get some. Get Sean Wayne and then get over there. I think no, Lammy's got.
Sean Wayne is having some beef with everyone hates Sean, don't they? Well, not everyone.
It goes from a day. It changes
haters.
from day to day, doesn't it? Depends if he's the villain one day, next day. But he's obviously he's
shorts he
getting
does,
back
them
into it, and he's
things.
gone.
Them things are very good, he does. I think there's something different, aren't they? Oh, the Banter City stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean, he loves it, man. He loves his Banter City. He loves his Spanish.
Yeah, I like it as
Still
well.
loves
Because
his
you see all
Spanish.
the old movies and that, and you think, oh yeah, I remember this. But the relevance is quite good with them, the way he does it. I like the way he picks it up, and he does like the commentary over it. Something that they would have had on ITV a few years ago, isn't it? Not
Yeah,
before
but
the internet.
I want to ask him how
That would
he.
have been a Sunday night on the ITV, that. No, like
Oh,
You've
definitely,
Been
yeah.
Framed or something.
Yeah, they all
You could
seem
have
to have
had Banter City.
like a weird B movie feel to them.
Yeah, you could do a Banter City, couldn't you, for the TV? So I thought it,
Yeah,
anyway, it's quite good. I don't know if people be interested in it now, but I find them entertaining.
yeah, but I
I don't
think
like the way
now
he's always. I don't like the way he's always showing off for his food, though. Oh, look at me having
started the trend of
fucking. Did you
Peggy
see that
doing it
live
now.
with Steve? Steve. Oh, sorry for going back to Steve on, but he was asking people to support him because he was a bit skint. And Boss
Yeah,
Dog jumped on his panel and put his camera on, and it's a full English.
on thieves.
He sat there speaking to him, talking about food, and while Steve's going on, Boss Dog was just showing it. He's just fucking the biggest full English you've ever seen in your. I just thought the irony in that was brilliant. And it's still on his channel now. Go and have a look at it. I don't know which
You did as
video
well,
it is,
though.
but
You
it's
put a picture up. You put a post up of the full English up one morning
oh, it
last
was
week.
fucking brilliant.
It's only YouTube, isn't it? You know what I mean?
It's only fucking YouTube. Stop killing people for YouTube. Oh, I fucking don't Boss Dog. You fucking sitting there eating a full English with a guy who's fucking banging his fucking knuckles with almonds.
I'm wondering where Sean gets the videos from, though. He has a scenario and the film pops up in his head. You know what I mean? How's he managed
No, I
to?
can imagine Sean's farmhouse in Ireland to have a room and a full sideboard cabinet full of actually what you've just said there, videos.
Or Betamax or VHSs.
No, I think he'd probably have a couple of Betamax, but he'd have the VHS. He's probably still got the VHS recorder under his TV. And he puts them on and then films them off his TV.
He might have a top loader, I think. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
got a
it'll be a top loader, but no way you can't put nothing on it. Yeah, it'll be and it'll make a humming noise as he's playing it. No, with the motors all running.
Yeah. And but you know what have you seen Expo's on Expo's second channel? Yeah, Expo Reacts. Have you seen this video where he's holding them up with the telly and his hands are shaking? You'd think a channel like his, a big channel.
Go on, mate.
Would
Sorry,
have a
mate,
bit
I'm
better
speaking to the
editing
stupid
skills than
driver.
that. And his intro is dead, like his intro. How much is Joe Kidd paying him to have that on his channel?
Millions. Millions. Fuck off, Jim. You fucking idiot.
He must be. Oh, did England play last night?
No clue.
What's this football that's on telly now then? Oh, the only thing he breaks to, you're heading the international breaks down. I mean,
Yeah,
let's face
Liverpool
it.
play Man City on Saturday at 12:30.
Let's face it. The BBC don't even want the England internationals now. They're on Channel 4 or Channel 5. Bad that, isn't it? With the European, we got the World Cup. Did we get the World Cup final or the European? Whatever. But it's terrible, man. They're shunning them in the warm ups. games, and then they want them when we get Euros. Terrible.
Many people's in your chat.
There's only 12 at the minute.
Oh,
Mm.
how are they all? Who's in there?
You've got Miss Bam Bam, and I've already said like Team Bam Bam over Benny. Benny called me a
Bam
Wally
Bam's
once.
Benny's
And I
ex,
never
isn't
got
it?
over it.
Isn't she? Isn't his, isn't she?
She's only been back for a while though, hasn't she? Like really, couple of weeks.
She used to be on
But
a cesspit, didn't she? A lot.
yeah.
Thought so.
I always remember the call out video she did.
You too?
Claire,
Oh yeah,
remember for the army game for Claire Hotton.
yeah. Claire Hossinger
But
for
she, but
women's bare knuckle boxing.
yeah,
What
but
do you
didn't
make
she
of
get
that?
it wrong though?
Fucking. What do you making of that Heggy fucking getting kids to fight?
Is that what he's doing now?
Paying them £14 a fight.
Oh no way is he doing that. I've seen. Oh my God.
The guy would make
What?
fucking. Do you know what he said the other day? He said, when or if he gets married to this girl, he'll put it on YouTube. I bet you he does a pay per view. I bet you any money, and people will buy it.
Why is he starting that? What's he doing? Like giving the local lads like a couple of quid and not hell out of each other?
Well, they're not knocking hell out of each other yet, but they will be by the time he's finished with them, won't they? He'll have them fucking. They were boxing in like 14-ounce gloves, but he's said now that they're going to be the next fights he's put on the boxing in 4-ounce gloves, no MMA gloves. The kids,
Listen,
mate.
right, where he is now, right? Is it we know roughly where he is, right? Is it poverty where he is? Is he like going to be like loaded?
Oh, he'd be like a millionaire over there, but I'm still surprised he hasn't got a toilet. The piss pot thing really shocked me,
What was all that about, though? Why would you do that?
Content, mate, isn't it? Anything for fucking views. Don't forget the part of this. They keep going on about this circle. There's the circle. The people who've been the people who've been going together for nearly 3 or 4 years now, and all they do is they have a big campaign against each other, stepping up towards Christmas, and it's put nothing but money, mate. Nothing but cash. I think tonight, Video Craig said he made last night, just on a late live he done to celebrate Heggy's birthday, he made £512 in super chats and stuff.
Donations.
Yeah,
Well, he's
that's
milking the life out of it, and he's milking the life out of it.
not bad, is it, mate? When you work it out, £512 for what? Talking about someone that he was showing someone else, and then he comes back and he's getting paid super stickers, and it's just look, mate. These people are not stupid. Trust me. They don't want each other to go. They want They want to go nowhere because it just gives them a living, and especially if you live in the Philippines. Fucking hell, if he's making £500 a fucking month. That's like being on 2.5 grand, 3 grand a month over it.
I'm just trying to picture, like, is he in what, a hotel, a long term like hotel, or is he in like
Can't be in a hotel, mate, because he didn't have a toilet. And I'm thinking even the cheapest hotel over there will have a toilet. The guy's pissing in a jar, mate.
Do you think this Chew woman sorted him out somewhere for like she'll be ripping him off, won't she? She'll be seeing him, she'll rip him off.
Who knows? But I hope she's in danger, mate, isn't she? Let's be honest. He's a fucking big.
Well,
He's a big guy who's got serious mental health issues, and he hasn't got the fight. Look, he hasn't been convicted of. He's been convicted of that girl that he slapped the ass on, and all the others are NFAs. But when you bear in account, mate, that Ian Huntley had 6 NFAs against young children. No, 6 NFAs. So you've got to take NFAs into account. Yet you're not guilty on them, but it does confirm a trend. And these people, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not getting involved in it because I don't give a fuck. I don't see him. I don't know him. He doesn't live next door to me. He lives closer to a lot more people who hate him more than I do. But you got to feel sorry for there. But then you don't know the situation, do you? He might be the nicest guy in the world.
let's face it, Jim, right? Let's face it, right? This, right, goes back to, and a lot of people don't even remember this. I think all we do, and the 3D Fight Club was originally Decker, Dougie, and Dean, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Yeah, that was it.
Decker was well in with that. If anything, he would have had a big say in that, right? And it was one of his ideas. And obviously, since
That was the
then,
campaign by John and Donna, which fucked him up completely.
it's gone downhill for him. Can you imagine how much money he'd be like? This is his dream to do what Danny Christie did, isn't it? He'd have been
Look,
made
mate,
for the
he's
BKFC.
making shitloads now. Don't think these people are not making any fucking money. They're making huge amounts of money. In
Do you think
reality,
we would have really seen if he was a decent fighter if he'd fought on this BKFC? Do you think they're all
nah,
in debtors? Like,
he's too old. He's too old to ever be a decent fighter. There's young fucking kids out there, 18, 19, 20-year-old bare knuckle fighters who'd fucking destroy him now.
so you don't think he'd do anything
Straight
on
and
that
solid.
BKFC?
You know, he wouldn't stand a chance. He might get a couple of lucky wins, but as soon as he came up against someone with a bit of class and a bit of stamina, and who doesn't take as much copious drugs as he does, or medication,
Yeah, and
he'd get fucked. I'm not
something
being
that
funny, mate,
happened.
but in the 80s and 90s, Zakahagi wouldn't have stood a chance in a local pub, mate.
Yeah.
He just wouldn't have. He's had. If you look at his fights, he's had a couple of decent fights against aged fighters and aged bare knuckle fighters and aged boxers. And then he had a decent fight against Danny Christie, which, let's be honest, if you compare the two of them for the records, they're not that good. You know, yeah, okay, so they can fucking take a punch, but so can literally a lot of fucking people who's not scared to have a fucking go.
Did you watch the fight like on Saturday? Did you watch the whole event?
Yeah, I watched the whole. I
It was a
watched it.
decent
I
event.
had it on the laptop, but I was watching
Yeah.
Ronan Holden. He does these like watch alongs.
Yeah.
And he gets 1,000 people in. They're quite good. I like the way he does them. Just interesting.
Yeah, I think Robbie Brown put up a good fight with that lad. That was a great fight, that 5 rounds.
Yeah, Robbie's done well.
He got beat. But there was some other good fights on there. That lad who Venice was in the corner for, he was at him.
The standard's getting better, but it's bare knuckle fucking boxing, and it's boxers. It's boxers who couldn't make it as a boxer. Let's be honest, a lot of them. But the thing is, there is some really decent kids.
The cream's going to rise to the top, isn't it?
Yeah, well, there's some decent kids.
3 or 4 fights
bare knuckle. I like bare knuckle.
Yeah.
I don't knock it as a sport. I think if it come under the same legislation as boxing, it would or MMA. I think it'd grow. The problem with bare knuckle boxing, you can get doped up before you get in the ring, can't you?
Yeah.
Have you ever fought or had a fight in a pub against someone who's on coke or something? You can fucking hit them with a chair leg, mate. They'll still get up and have a go at you.
Yeah.
And that's what these bare knuckle boxers. No, I'm not saying they're all on drugs, but a lot of them are fucking. They're coked up out of their head before they're even getting in, mate. So, in my opinion, that's in my opinion. Any bare knuckle boxing promoters out there, not slagging you, I enjoy it as a sport, but I think while it's and if there's gambling going on it as well, that doesn't help, does it? Because you've got these kids, or you've got these lads now who are getting paid a few £100 a fight, and they can put all their money on, or tell the mates to put it all on, and that's where the unlicensed part of it comes in, doesn't it? If you're getting paid £500 and you can get 4-1 for taking a dive, all of a sudden you've just got $2,500, mate.
Yeah, but I think that production, that BKFC,
it's good.
It's going to be big, but he must be losing money at the minute because it's a big show they're put on, and they're in 6 countries now, and they're adding another 2 countries next year, they said. Canada,
I think they write off the places like the UK, I think, because they don't make money over here, but they're making money in America. And I believe they're going to Germany, or they've done a couple of events in Germany, mate, which are huge.
I'm not sure where that was in Leeds on Saturday, but you got a good atmosphere from it. It did look like there was like 2 tiers. It looked like it
Yeah,
was full, you know.
yeah, it was good. It was set up really good. It got a good turnout as well.
Mm.
You can't knock it. It's no any event like that. I like it, but it is what it is, mate. It's unlicensed fighting, isn't it? So you've got to take to the fact that you're going to see some really dodgy fights.
How did the Swan beat Ben Hatchett? You know, they haven't put the footage out yet, the proper footage, because we've only seen a dodgy angle, but they were both in a mess. But he beat him, didn't he?
Ben Hatchett got destroyed, didn't he?
Yeah.
When he got a punch to the... Because the Swan's not stupid. Ben Hatchett drinks too much, doesn't he? He's always on the piss. And where's the best...
So do you think he just hasn't trained right, or is he feeling not right for it? Because that was never going to happen. That.
Ben's one of these, isn't he? He'll throw a couple of big overhands. If they connect and the guy goes down, he's confident as fuck. If the punch hits and the guy doesn't go down, he loses. He knows he's going to get beat. He literally does. But the best place to hit somebody who hasn't been training is, don't worry about the head. Hit them in the fucking stomach, because no matter how much drugs you're on, that's the punch that hurts you. Punch in the fucking stomach, solar plexus, little kidney punch or a liver punch. You're fucking going nowhere, mate. And that showed that with Ben. He couldn't recover from that.
So do you think Ben's just like took it too lightly that it's only the Swan again?
I don't
the Swan's
really
been on his game, or
don't think he cares, mate. I just think Ben could be on the piss tonight or all week, and if someone says there's a fight on Saturday, he'd just turn up. He's one of the them lads, isn't he? He's one who just loves having a fucking fight.
I thought he was trying to like get his image up a little bit, though, and his reputation. I thought he was going to take it a bit more serious, but after getting
he does take it serious. He's named himself. Yeah. Is it One Bomb? That's why he's called One Bomb. I'm going to throw one bomb. If I knock him out, I'll win. If I don't, I'll lose. Problem is, he loses too many now, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's good when you're winning, but that's shit when you're losing, isn't it? Who's going to want to watch that? You know what I mean? But I'm surprised. But the Swan with that belt, have you seen his videos? His belt.
No, I haven't seen it.
To sleep with that belt, like.
I'm looking forward to it. Seeing what Danny Christie does now.
I said that last Saturday night after he got beat. I thought, yeah, tonight he's going to go off the rails really bad because of the way it ended.
I don't think he will, you know. I don't think he will. I think he'll reassess.
He's done a video since and he was all right. I was waiting for a video to come out, and I think he did it on Sunday, and he was all right. He said, "Oh, look, he was wrong for what he did at the end."
Okay, that's emotion, mate. That happens to not just that happens to professionals as well.
Yeah.
It's hard when you've been winning, or you think you're going to win, and you've got it in you, and all of a sudden to get beat like that, and it's hard for you. I've seen really top class professional, good lads with really good reputations get defeated, and they just can't handle the defeat. They just don't know how to take it. But it's what comes next. It's which path he takes now, which will give you the true Ben.
Yeah.
Which will give you the true Danny Christie. But if he gets back to training and focuses for his next couple of fights, you know, that's got to be his goal, isn't it?
I don't know. Like in that game, unless you've got a perfect record in that bare knuckle, even 4 wins, you're right up there. Even I think there isn't many fighters that have had more than like 5 fights on their promotion. If you're unbeaten, you're going to be a star on that big.
Danny cuts too easy as well, doesn't he? Let's be honest, you hit him in the face, and that's where the likes of fighting Decker Heggie doesn't fucking help him, because
he was humiliated. Humiliated. He doesn't want to be on his ass or anyone.
Well, anyone who knows that type of fighting and look at the records of Jared. And the way he just look at his boxing style. The guy's a kickboxer. He's used to keeping distance and jabbing. Yeah. And he'd worked Danny Christie out. If you watch a couple of Danny Christie videos, honest to God, just put it on and play it and play it and play it. Danny moves in the same way every single time. He ducks to his right. He comes down, he puts a little down, and Jared had worked it out perfect. Yeah. He's perfect for the left jab.
Yeah.
And you could actually see Jared's just keeping the distance. But don't forget, the cut got opened up with a jab. He got knocked down with a jab, and then he got put on his ass with a jab. The guy had worked him out perfect.
Yeah. And do you think Danny wasn't expecting that?
Danny was totally not expecting it. Danny was expecting him to come in and go toe to toe.
Yeah.
Tell you now for a fact, he was expecting him to come out and go bang, stand, and that's Danny. That's where Danny's at his best. Close in.
Well, the lad who we beat, right? The lad who we beat last time, it was a great fight, and he beat him. The other lad wouldn't talk to him, had no respect for Christie, and well, he fought before. He was on the fight before.
Yeah, I seen him.
Again, he gave up.
Yeah, I seen it.
Forgot his name. You seen him, yeah?
It's a hard sport,
He gave up, didn't he? He didn't come back out for one of the rounds.
Yeah, it's set on the stool.
What was that? What was that about? Because he was quite a proud man, wasn't he? Like, he was, Christie beat him, he was devastated.
It's unlicensed boxing, mate. It's unlicensed fighting. You never know what's going on. Let's be honest, if who's the biggest gangster on YouTube? As in gangster, go on. Name a gangster that I don't know. Yeah. I don't know about gangster. Who's the biggest gangster with the biggest crew? Say who's got the biggest crew, the biggest fame on you. Say Paddy Conroy from your area. Say you turn up at one of them events and a Paddy Conroy or a Brian Cockrell sitting there with his crew, right? And go, all right, son, come on up. Or say Rackpool or PP sitting there with a big crew, right?
Yeah.
And they call you over and go, all right, son, there's a little drink for you there. And they give you a little envelope, right? And in that envelope, there's $2,000. And they say, don't come out after the third. It's unlicensed boxing, mate. They won't.
Do you reckon?
Cheers. You go, cheers, Mr. PP. And then there you go.
Yeah, but they reckon that the gypsies, right? You go and fight them, and like you have to put your money up front and that, right? But they're supposed to be dead respectful, So if they're
very respectful when it comes to cash fights. I mean, but they go stupid, mate. I mean, look at the Dougie Joyce and Douglas Joyce fight. Was it £50,000 each on that fight? And that's why it ended up being the way it was. And that's why a lot of gypsy fights end up in draws, just so the both families can walk away with a little bit of pride. The fights that go the full distance are the ones where there's only like 2 or 3, $5,000 on it, because that's pocket money for them. But when that big money's on there, they know if the winner comes away from that feud's going to continue. No, they'll shake hands after it, but someone else in the family will take over that feud. But they want the $50,000 back, don't they?
Right, so Dougie was flaunting all this cash. Oh, there's my money for Dean. Who was he betting against? Who was putting the other money up? Because Decker didn't have no $20,000.
No, but Decker Heggie was the person who offered Dougie 20. Let's fight for $20,000.
So he was betting against Decker. Just Decker.
Yeah, he put the challenge out. No, Heggie put the challenge out to Joyce and said, "I'll fight you for $20,000." So Joyce came on YouTube and says, "Well, there's my $20,000. Let's show me your $20,000." And Heggie couldn't show him $20,000, could he?
No,
but believe me, if that fight would have went ahead, someone would have put $20,000 up for Heggie.
Right, so it's a bet when you are going against someone else, isn't it? You've got to be money there for the other person. Yeah. Now I always thought, well, who was putting Decker's money up?
No, you'll always get. If you're a good fighter, someone will always put the money up for you.
Well, that's what I mean.
There's a lot of betting going on besides that, mate. There's a lot of outside ring bets going on. Fucking hell.
I think we've been lucky, right, to see them fights that we have, because they're a thing of the past now. I don't think you'll ever see a fight as raw as you did like Dean and Decker.
Well, I remember when the Chinese first came over and the Thais first came over to Liverpool in the late 70s, early 80s. We used to go to a restaurant in Liverpool, Chinatown, and above it was a huge restaurant, and above it was a gym. And on the Saturday and Sunday nights, they used to have bare knuckle fighting there. No,
Yeah.
Chinese guys, the Thai guys, and every now and again you get some English guys involved. Shitloads of gambling going on. But fucking hell, mate, just two guys getting in the ring, just fucking knocking the shit out of each other.
I mean,
Well, they were quite
right, in
brutal.
about 20 years' time, that's like us watching all the old bare knuckle fights, you know, with the Joyces and the McGinleys and all that back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
And we thinking them were brilliant. But that's what they'll be thinking in 20 years' time. I look back and think, Jesus Christ, they used to do this. It's like going back to the roots, isn't it, really?
It is, yeah. But
But
remember when the MMA first come to the UK and everyone says, oh, it's barbaric, it shouldn't be allowed. And fucking hell, mate, that's only
yeah.
took, what, 10 years to turn everyone's
Oh, yeah,
view
the
on them.
UFC, yeah.
I mean, even during COVID, it was excellent, wasn't it? Putting the shows on with, no, it was great entertainment every week.
So, you know, that Dana White, was it all his idea, or did he used to be a fighter, or where
Now,
did he come from?
I'm sure he had a partner that he got rid of, who was more involved in it. But then Dana White, I mean, he's done fucking brilliant with it, hasn't he? I think there's a lot coming out about him now, isn't he? The money he's made and
Yeah.
the fighters not getting paid correctly. I mean, it's a bit like he's making £1 million and paying his fighters £14. It's a bit like Tekahegi in the Philippines, isn't it? Cunt.
Yeah.
14 fucking quid for kids fighting.
Well, people who have
Guys
made
got
the
no
name.
respect. What did he say tonight? I'm going to up it up because I want to see blood. These people need to fucking look. Okay, they'll do anything over there, mate. It is a poverty-stricken country, and 1,000 or five, whatever he pays them, pesos is fucking quite a lot of money to them. But he's just exploiting. That's all it is, exploitation.
Yeah. Well, talking of fighters, I mean, we've got Dennis. Dennis is one of the only people who turns up, like, doesn't he? But
Tennis is brilliant.
that's
Tennis
another
is
one of them fights. That fight
ten,
there, right? At the time, it was funny, but now it's retro. It's like you're not going to see fight like that again. You know what I mean?
I love tennis on
It,
panels because someone's only got to
it had
go.
everything, didn't it? It
Someone on
had
a panel
everything, man.
or in the chat has only got to turn around and mention a fight, and Dennis becomes the promoter. Well, why don't you just get together then? Dennis would make a good promoter, wouldn't he? He should get involved in it. He should write to Dougie Joyce and take over 3D while Dougie's inside. Keep it going.
Yeah, he's like, what you call him? Who does Golden Boy Productions? He's like him, and he previous fighter, Oscar De La Hoya. He's the Oscar De La Hoya of the YouTube. He's been there, you know what I mean? He knows how it works. He's got Kieran there for security. The Monk's there. He's got Bex there for a sing along. Got it all, man. Well, I think Jim's dropped off. I'm going to bounce in a minute anyway. Dennis, nice one for popping over. Mate. I don't know whether you got lost or what, but I haven't seen your name before. But nice one anyway, mate. Jim, see you, Jimmy. Ing, mate. I'm going to see how many times you say ing, mate, tonight. One give him a sub as well. Nicky Todd. Nicky Todd. That's live follower, isn't it? Is it? Was it?
What?
Is that a live follower, Nicky Todd? Nicky Todd there, in with the couple of shouts, Slim, Miss Bam Bam, and anyone else who's been in anyway. I'm going to bounce out, and I will see you all in a bit.